Hi, this is Chris and welcome to Winemaker TV. If you like wine, if you like cider, and you like mead, and you want to learn how to make it for yourself, well, this is the place for you. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and the little bell notification so you'll know every time I come out with a new video and a new wine. Also, I got a Facebook group. Link will be in the description. Please join there so we can meet up and talk and share recipes and generally have a good time. Today we will be making a Cyser, which is known as a apple mead, so stay tuned. Well, today we'll be making a 1 gallon batch of a Cyser. A Cyser is nothing more than a apple mead. And so like I said, we're going to be making 1 gallon today. And let's go over what you'll need to make this. All right, today I will be using this is 3 pounds of honey, so we'll be using half of this, so it'll be 1.5 pounds of honey. About 1 gallon of apple juice. I got my fermenter with about half a cup of water in there. Red Star Primer Blanc yeast and some 1 teaspoon of yeast nutrient. And I got my bung and 3-piece airlocks. So let's get started. Step 1, we're going to be adding half of the honey, which is sitting in a bowl of warm water to get it more liquidy so it'll pour easier into the demijohn. So this ain't got to be precise, but we're going to add about a half a pound and a half of honey to this. And see that I got it sitting in that warm water. It pours real easily, and I really don't even need a funnel. That ain't quite half, so we'll keep adding till we get half. And I already got some water in here. All right, that's a little bit more than half, but that should be sufficient. Next thing we do, we're going to add enough apple juice to get it halfway. This apple juice has no preservatives except for citric acid. So we're just going to keep adding till we get about half full. Okay, that's close enough. Now we're going to give it a good shake to get that. And when I make this, I have my apple juice just sitting in my car all day to heat it up also, so it makes it easier for this honey to dissolve. So shaking it up, we are dissolving the sugar, the honey, which is a sugar. We're dissolving our sugar. Also, we're giving it a little air to get the yeast kicked off. At least oxygen. So we're getting that oxygen in there, so it'll kick off our yeast. Now this is warmer than room temperature, but just slightly. It's probably right at about 103 degrees, sitting in the car all day. You can see it's all aerated and mixed up. Next step, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Now, any of these ingredients that you need, there will be a link in the description below where you can get it. It'll be an Amazon link. And even if you don't buy the yeast nutrient or any winemaking materials, once you visit that website, that link provided to Amazon, a cookie will be on your computer. If you buy anything within 2 days, 24 to 48 hours, I will get credit for that sale. No biggie, it's just a little bit to help me buy more materials and more equipment to keep this going. Now we're going to top this off, and it's much appreciated, and I thank you guys. Y'all are a great audience. And I love doing this, and I want to keep doing this for y'all. We're going to top this orange juice off. This is going to be a real quick, simple, and easy mead today. I think the longest part is getting the juice in there. If I think it, next time I'm going to use a funnel because it will win a lot quicker. I'm having to be careful instead of going fast. So we're going to fill this up to the bottom of the neck to give it plenty enough air space, just in case it starts foaming up and it won't go out of the airlock. Now, since I got that yeast nutrient, it looks like it's floating on the top. I'm going to put the top back on it and give it a couple of more shakes to get that yeast nutrient mixed up, and at least to the bottom. Get it all incorporated together. It's already smelling delicious. I wish you two would hurry up and have smell-o-vision. Okay, final step is to add your Red Star Primer Blanc. It's a white wine yeast. It will take our mead to about 14%, 12 to 14% alcohol. And all I ever do is just pitch my yeast directly in. Some people are like, oh, don't do that. You need to make a, leave it in the water and warm water for starter. That's what I'm thinking of. I have done it once. In a couple of years I've been making meads and wines, I've only done it once, and everything turned out exactly the same. So, final step is adding our 3-piece airlock, and we are done. We'll be back to wrap things up. And that's how you make a Cyser. Again, it's a honey mead. It will take about 7 to 10 days to start fermenting, and it'll take about a week or two to finish fermenting. And then we may or may not rack it off to a secondary to get it off, because once it's done, all the yeast will settle to the bottom, and we may or may not rack it off. And going to be let it sit in the secondary for a couple of months, and then we'll bottle it and see what it tastes like. I'm thinking a sparkling cider myself. Cyser. That's how I like my ciders. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll see when we get there. This is Chris with Winemaker TV, and that's all there is today.